Yeah, I can definitely see myself in this space for a while. I think it works really well for how I work. It's not completely silent, and it's not completely chatty all the time. It's a nice space, and I feel really comfortable working here. I've only been in here 3 months now, but because I knew the guys before, it felt like a real natural move, and one that I think I will, definitely keep going for as long as I can.
Yeah, I think that's the thing that I have been thinking about, and I'm not sure until it comes to it really, because I think leaving behind everyone would be quite sad. To go and work with just a smaller group, it'd be quite an adjustment, and I enjoy sharing with my friends. But then already I'm kind of getting into this space issue thing where I have like cushions everywhere and fabric, and I'm always apologising to people because my crap's everywhere. So I think there will come a time when probably it won't be me, it'll be them saying that you need to get some more space.
We've just had a big change around here, and it feels really good. We've had some new people move into the space, and the energy is really high. I think it's always good to have a bit of a bit of a change of scenery and people, just to make things or keep things fresh, especially in a shared space like this. So yeah, I don't see myself moving for a while anyway. Not at least until I need even more space, and then I'll probably have to go somewhere cheaper, somewhere where I can afford to have a whole room to myself. But I don't know, I'd be sad to move away from here, I think.
Yeah, I definitely see myself here for the foreseeable future. It's just juggling time at home now, because I've got a little baby, sort of 3-month-old, so it's just working out. There might be, I might have to sort of try and do 2 days at home and then more here, but the last week I've been here every day, and it definitely gives me that separation. So it's just a case of juggling it between, how busy you are, and, when there's if there's a sort of quiet time, maybe spend a few days at home. But
I'm personally excited about trying out some new ways of working. I've been experimenting recently with some non-paper based materials, which for me is actually going back to some of my earlier work, where I was a bit more experimental in the materials and the mediums that I use. It's only in recent years really that my work has been solely based around paper cutting, and since doing my book Paper Cut, I felt like that reached a bit of a peak in sort of the paper, my paper way of working. So I think next year it'd be nice just to go back into experimenting again and having a bit of fun with it, collaborating with a few photographer friends. I've got a few projects on the horizon with them, and just trying to have a bit of fun, I think, alongside the commissions and the day-to-day work.
Well, I think with my agency, and with B&A, or Bernstein and Drewley, they've just taken on another staff member in the UK, and he's in charge of editorial and design. So that's quite exciting, because we had a meeting recently and we've been talking about putting together a client list of who I'd want to work with, and he's going to try and set up meetings with those people. So hopefully that's going to be quite exciting, just to really be able to target who I want to work with and develop my portfolio and try out some new projects.
I've pitched, I've got a job that I'm 99% sure is going through, which is to do the interior of a new restaurant in London, and to do a lot of typography sort of based work on a large scale, which is something I've not really done before. I've done a lot of murals, a lot of them being image based, a lot of them being illustration that is of things, whereas this one has the opportunity to be heavily typographic, really large, and pushing that a little bit more. Alongside that, I'm going to start doing a lot more prints, which is something I've never really focused on before. I sort of spent the last few years really focusing on getting my professional work up to scratch, and not had the time to focus on that, but I think I'm going to try and do that and see what I can learn doing that and bring that back into my commissioned work.
Well, yeah, being with new agency. I think that's because I was sort of let it stagnate a bit with my previous one. Quite excited about that. Once kind of get things rolling, what projects might come out of that. Yeah, just some self-initiated ideas that I want to also try and put in place and collaborate with people, you know, towards an exhibition, almost on the sort of more art side of things.
I think I would say my advice to someone who wants to go freelance would just be to do it, give it a go. I think if you are passionate about illustration or being creative or, you know, whatever you want to freelance in, if you put the time and the effort into it, I think, you know, you can make a success of it. It's just that first leap that's always the hardest.
I think meeting people is really important. It's important just to get yourself out there, contact and connect with people, not just potential clients, but also people you admire. In the same way that I got to work with Mario Hugo, and how that led to me discovering freelance lifestyle and how exciting it could be. I think that it's important that people go and connect with, you know, those illustrators or designers that they really respect, and learn from them about how this industry works.
Piece of advice, I'd say you've got to be quite persistent and have a hard shell. You've got to learn to take criticism, but also sort of self-promote, sort of as much as you can, just have no shame in doing that, because I think it's, you've got to do it as a freelancer, so, and staying in touch with people is a huge way of them remembering you, so I'd say those things really.
On my course, we were only really shown or told about working for big companies. And when I came out of university, I felt that was the only route I had. And so actually discovering about, freelance life and how it can be very exciting and very rewarding, I highly recommend for everyone sort of just gives it a go. But just go out and contact as many people as you can and sort of build your own network of friends and colleagues.
I think just the one piece of advice I'd give to new students is to be open to new opportunities and go out and try and find stuff. Don't wait for people to come to you. Go out with your portfolio and meet as many people as you can. Be bold and be willing to learn and try new things. Don't ever feel like you're set. You've got your style and that's it. Trust the sort of progression and the journey of it, really.